All right, this commentary that I'm about to give to you right now is one I have wanted to talk about for a while now, but I couldn't find it because I thought it was under Procter and Gamble. But after watching this, it looks like something Procter and Gamble would put out. Now, I don't know if this Thinks company is under the umbrella of Procter and Gamble, but the way that they promoted this ad, in which I'm going to play the audio, I'm not going to play the ad on here because it may be copyrighted, so I'm going to play the audio from the ad. It's about a minute and 26 seconds long. Then I'm going to go back and I'm going to explain to you what you heard, because some parts of it doesn't have audio. Well, it has audio, but it doesn't have speaking parts to it. So I'm going to run down everything that is happening scene by scene. Some of you may have already seen it because it was posted on October 3rd, but if you look at the like to dislike ratio, it has 2,000 likes and almost 7,000 dislikes, so you already know it's on some BS. But to give you a summary, basically what it is promoting these absorbent underwears that work like a tampon for men. And you're going to hear the BS that comes out of this propagandized advertisement. And you'll see why. Not only did they have to they had that many dislikes, but they also had to turn the comments off, because people went in on the comment section when it came to this advertisement. So I'm going to go ahead and play the ad, and then I'm going to go ahead and give my additional commentary.
Hey, Dad.
Yeah, bud?
I think I got my period.
Let me help you.
Oh, thanks. Thanks.
Then I'm gonna get you
Sorry.
laid on it.
Do you have a tampon? Yeah. Thanks. Just part of growing up. Come here. I'm on my period.
Me too.
And that's pretty much the entire ad. Now, y'all were able to hear it, but I know just hearing it was just enough for you to make it. It's a cringe-worthy ad. Trust me, it really is. Now, what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to play it back, but I'm going to mute it, and then I'm going to tell you scene by scene what was happening. Because, like I said, it wasn't talking in every single part. And trust me, the visuals, the parts that didn't have any commentary a part of it or any speaking lines, were just as bad as the ones that did. So let me go ahead and play this back. Now, the first part, it opens up with a boy sitting in the bathroom. He's sitting in the tub. Then he goes down the stairs, and then that's when he goes to his dad, and he says, "I think I just had my period." Now, this is an actual boy. This isn't no girl who was a biologically born girl who decided to want to make the transition into wanting to be a boy. This is a boy. The next part is a guy laying on his bed, and then he rolls over to his side, and you see a blood spot right around where his buttock region is, basically indicating that he's having his period, and he didn't know. The next part is a guy in the bathroom. He's checking himself out. He fixes his hair. Then he turns around and he look at his backside to make sure that the pad or whatever he's wearing that's supposed to absorb the blood is working. The next part is where you have a boy and a girl at a locker, and he's getting his stuff out of the locker, and his pad and tampons fall out of it, and the girl helps him to pick it up. The next part, you have these co-workers who look like they're on Wall Street. I'm not sure if they're on Wall Street, but it looks like it. And it's three people. You have a white guy, a black man in the middle, and an Asian woman at the end. And the white guy asks the black guy, "Do you have a tampon?" And the guy just reaches into his coat pocket and pulls one out and gives it to the guy. The next part is you have an athlete, and this is another black male, and he's trying to buy a tampon out of a dispenser, but it's not working, and he looks like he's stressing out about it. You know how like most women stress out when they can't get their pad or they can't get their tampon. Now this one right here, this next part was probably one of the most disturbing parts of the entire thing. So you have this athlete who's in a locker room, and I can tell it's a white guy, and he's walking and he's wearing one of the Thinks underwear things that they're talking about. And right when he's walking, you can see the tampon string, the thread, literally dangling between his legs from the back, because it's a camera shot, and he's walking from the back, and you can see the string literally dangling right there. All right, the next part is you have two men in a bathroom, and they're sitting on a stall. Well, one guy's sitting on a stall. I don't know if the other guy may have been using a urinal, and I'm guessing he asked him because there was no commentary at this part. And what he does is, and I can see that the guy is a black hand. He hands the guy a tampon from under the stall. And the next part that goes back to where you have the son and the father at the beginning, where the father's basically saying everything is okay. That's just a part of life. Now, what's crazy about that is usually that's a conversation that would happen between a mother and her daughter. A dad would have a different kind of conversation with his son at that age, usually going through puberty. But they reversed it and they put the man in the woman's position. And then it goes back to the guy in the bathroom or wherever he is, where he's stressing out because he can't get the tampon out of the dispenser. Now, this last scene right here was crazy because you have a boyfriend and his girlfriend literally kissing in the room like they're about to have sex, and he stops her and says, "I'm on my period." She kisses him again and says, "I am too." If y'all don't understand what kind of agenda is being pushed here, I don't know what to tell you. Like, it can't be any more obvious than what it is. All I have to say is, men, and this is a collective of men, we are in a state of emergency right now. I mean, between that whole new masculinity issue thing with Pharrell on GQ and Malik Yoba talking about being with a transsexual doesn't make you gay. Now Tank saying giving head once or twice doesn't make you gay, and lawsuits and being filed for hate crimes because no one wants to mess with a transsexual. And then you got the whole toxic masculinity thing floating around, and now you got this and every other propagandized ad that Procter & Gamble decides to put out every quarter. It's too much. It is really too much. I can't really comprehend everything that is really happening right now, but it's happening so fast, and it's like, when does it end? Where does it end? Will it ever end? But I'm going to go ahead and end the video on that note. I will post a link to the actual ad down below if you do choose so to watch it. I just gave you a summarized viewing of it, and I just ran down every scene of what was going on. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this down in the comments, and I'll talk to you in the next one.